Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm back again with another haircut tutorial, and on this one guys I'm going to be doing a mid to high skin fade using a guideline fade method. Once the top has been done, I will style it and then I will move to the fade process. As usual guys, I've always start cutting the top first. On this particular haircut I'm going to use a block graduation before cutting the top. Once I'm done with the right side guys, I'm gonna switch to my left hand scissors, and I use the same method on the other side. Pretty much the same technique that I use, start from the front going backward, building that square shape. After that's done, I'm gonna move to the top and use the central profile guideline and make sure you cut that into a triangular shape, and then follow it by over directing U section to the alt section. Make sure you check your guideline as always guys. Keep your section nice and clean. It saves you a lot of time in terms of cross checking. Guys, make sure you comment below and let me know what you want to see next on my videos, and if you have any particular hair style or haircut on mind, drop a comment below or drop me a DM on my Instagram at Barber, and I'll be able to get back to you as soon as I can. And also for the barbers who are based on the UK, if you're looking to get any new tools, make sure you use the link on my Instagram bio. It would give you about 10 to 20% discounts on all barber tools, equipment, products, everything available at Chris & Son UK. At this point guys, here I'm just cross checking the top, and after that once that's done, I'm going to use the sea salt spray, and then you follow it by the diffuser to bring those curls, put them on the place, and then we're going to move straight to the fade process. At this point here guys, I'm just applying some sea salt and slick gorilla sea salt, and I'm going to follow it by using a diffuser to get these curls and putting them in place. After that I'll be using a number 2 as a foundation. I'll be blending straight to the block graduation that we did earlier on. I'm not using a C motion or anything like that. I'm going straight blending right to that block graduation. As you see guys here, if you see my clip, I'm going straight upward. I'm not using a C motion. C motion builds a lot of weight, and you will have to come back and use a scissor over comb to reduce that weight. By going straight upward, you're blending right to what we left off, or what the foundation was, which was a block graduation. At this point here, I'm using a skeleton FX to put the baseline, and after that it's done, and make sure everything is clean and even, and then we'll start the fade process, which will be a guideline method. So at this point guys, here I'm using a number 1.5 and it's open, blending right to a number 2 what we left off earlier, and then number 1.5 closed. Then I'm going to put the first guideline, which will be the blade fully open. At this point guys, our first guideline is the blade fully open, and second guideline is the number 1 fully open. Make sure you go back with that guideline, make sure it's nice and even. And then second thing is the number 1 fully open, and it's metal classic guard. And as we go down, we gradually close the blade until it's fully closed. And at this point guys, I'm not really creating another guideline, I'm literally blending right to the number 1.5 close, and then halfway close, and then fully close. And then all we're gonna have left is the skin line, which is gonna use a blade fully closed to get rid of the skin line. At this point guys, this is the blade fully closed, and I'm gonna remove the skin line, and that's pretty much faded. So if you remember guys, the steps, it was pretty straightforward. Use a number 2 as a foundation, then I followed it by a number 1.5 open, then a number 1.5 closed. Then I put the first guideline, which was the blade fully open, then I used the number 1 open to blend right to that, and number 1.5 closed, then a number 1 halfway open, then a number 1 fully closed, then the blade fully closed to get rid of the skin line. At this point here, I put a number 1 and it's open and closed, just doing a bit of touch up, and make sure you're getting that blend out even more. At this point here again, I'm using the blade and it's fully open, closed, using the corner of the blade to just kind of blend it even more and get rid of any dark spots you see. I might use a trimmer to get rid of the very bottom line. At this point, as you see, I'm using the corner of the trimmer to just get rid of the very bottom skin line. At this point guys, I'm just using my Brand Series 9 shaver to bold out the bottom part and get it smooth as possible. Once that's done, I'm going to go back to my Skeleton FX to touch up the shape up and make sure those corners are as sharp as possible. So guys, at this point, this side is pretty much faded. I'm gonna do the same exact method on the other side, so I'll let you follow along. So as I mentioned to you guys earlier, on the left side I'll be using the same exact fade method that I use on the right side. After putting a baseline and doing a shape up, I use the number 1.5 and it's open, then it's fully closed. Then I went ahead and I put the first guideline, which was the blade fully open, and then second guideline, which is a number 1 metal classic guard, and it's open, blending right to the number 1.5 closed, then closing the number 1 as we go down gradually until it's fully closed. So it's fully open, halfway open, and then fully closed, and then I'm going to use the blade fully closed to get rid of the skin line. It's pretty simple steps and it's easy to follow, and also it gives you the cleanest fade within a short period of time, because you're only making one guideline, and then second guideline you're actually blending right to the what we left off, and then you gradually closing in number 1 until you get rid of all the lines between. All what we have left off is basically the skin line, and you can use the blade fully open. If you clip as that 0 gap to be able to get rid of the skin line completely. However, sometimes you might need to use a trimmer to get rid of the very bottom skin line. At this point guys, here I'm using a corner of the blade to lighten up some dark spots and blend out that bit more. Here I'm using a trimmer again to get rid of the very bottom skin line, and that's pretty much faded for the other side. Now I'm going to go ahead and style the hair using some texturizing powder from Slick Gorilla also. At this point guys, I'm just adding up the final touch for the haircut. I'm going to be using a hairspray to lock up the style on the place. Also, I'll be doing a shooting on this haircut. The photos will be out on my Instagram at Barber and Area Salon Official. Make sure you check it out. Also guys, if you enjoy watching this tutorial, make sure you leave a comment below. Let me know what you think and what you want to see next on my tutorial. Hit that like button for other people to see this video. Do really help the video to get seen by more people. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell for many tutorials to come. And thanks so much for watching guys, and I'll see you on my next tutorial.